let us discuss the problem based on Rutherford's atomic model and its famous experiment, that is alpha particle scattering experiment. So in your lower classes you would have already discussed about this, and in fact that is you will be having the source of alpha particle, and from the source it is safely guarded by the lead chamber, and from which that is the alpha particle will be attacking the gold foil kept here. And you could have seen that is you can observe all this in the screen. Now it is getting, most of them are getting deflected, and some of them are, a few of them are bounced. So this is one, and most of them are going undeflected like this. Okay, some of them are slightly deflected. So we are able to get three types of phenomena here. One is only a few are bouncing. Second is some of them are deflected, and third is most of them are, that is just like that they are penetrating into the the gold foil, okay, as though nothing has happened. It means that there is a enormous gap in the, that is atom, is it not? So he said that is, this is a alpha particle, okay, this is kept in the lead chamber. So this is a basic experiment, you know something about this. And now let us see the three observations he made. One is, that is a few were bounced. It means alpha, which is nothing but a helium nuclei. Okay, so a few are bounced means that is the positive charges are concentrated at the center, and it is because of that these alpha particles which are having positive charges are getting bounced. Only a few portion, and most of them will be deflected, and some of them deflected means they are pointed towards the negative charge, and the electrons are around the nucleus. And the third one is, there is a big space available in the electron cloud, so that as though nothing has happened. For example, let me give an example, like when you play a tennis ball instead of football in the football ground, what will happen? Most of the balls will be penetrating through the football net, because the football net will be bigger, whereas the size of the tennis ball will be less. So you can imagine most of the balls will be moving just like that, as though nothing has happened. It means what, there is enough space in the, bigger space available in the atom. So that was the greatest that is inference he was able to make. And secondly, some of them are hitting, that is bouncing back, means it is because of that what, the positive particles which are present, but its portion is the least one, very very small, and that is the first phenomenon. And some of them are just getting deflected, like a light getting reflected. Okay, right. So it means that these positive charges are deflected, or that is attracted by these electrons, and thereby the deflections are taking place. Likewise, he was able to make an observation. Okay, now let me come back. So here the problem is, what was proved by Rutherford's alpha particle experiment? So that is the important question. It is nothing but, that is, atoms contain positively charged mass, that is called nucleus, that is at the center, and the space occupied by them is the least. Now let us consider a good example, like how to convert one atomic mass unit. What is this atomic mass unit? First of all, for example, it is represented by AMU. You can put one atomic mass unit, that is one unit, one atomic mass unit, that is represented as the reciprocal of Avogadro's number. So that is 1 divided by 6.02 into 10 power 23. So roughly it comes to that is almost 1.66 into 10 power minus 24, but we had to convert this into kilogram, so minus 3, so 27. Are able to follow? Right. So in the case of a carbon, for example, it is clearly given here how to convert this 1 atomic mass of kilogram, I mean into kilogram. So in this case, that is, we have taken 1 mole of a carbon as 12 gram, that is nothing but 0.012 kg. So 1 mole contains what's this much amount. Therefore 12 atomic mass is equal to this much, means 12 that can be cancelled, and based on that we can work out. Otherwise, based on the hydrogen atom also we can work out straight away. Okay. And here why we have specifically taken this carbon, because it gives a whole number. When we talk about the relative atomic mass, the carbon atomic mass is that gives a whole number, so that based on that the relative atomic mass can be easily arrived at. So that is the very purpose of taking carbon 12. Okay.